Meanwhile, educators tell us the pandemic's toll on students' mental health is an issue at the top of their list.
Mason City Schools says over a 3-week period, more than a dozen students were hospitalized with suicidal thoughts. WCPO 9 News reporter Whitney Miller shows us the support systems in place.
You know, one of the biggest issues of concern is suicidal thoughts. Students feeling the weight of this pandemic and wishing to harm themselves. But Mason City Schools has a team looking for those signs and finding resources for those students.
He's a half black lab, half golden retriever.
A classroom favorite, Hibbs, the therapy dog, walks the halls of Mason High School.
He's usually with the counselors every day down in their office and just being there and being a system of support.
Hibbs started his role at the beginning of the school year, a plan already in place by the district before the pandemic began, but a relief to say the least. Alex Burkett hosts Hibbs in his classroom. Burkett is the lead advisor for the Hope Squad, a peer-to-peer suicide prevention group.
So we help to educate students here at the high school to better understand signs of suicide and what to do if another student or a peer of theirs is in crisis.
During a 3-week period, more than a dozen Mason City school students were taken to hospitals for suicidal thoughts. Superintendent Jonathan Cooper says the pandemic adds an extra layer of concern.
When we look at the level of risk that our students are at in terms of their concern over suicidal ideation or depression or anxiety, we have seen a 60% increase in the level of risk.
And he says more recently, children as young as elementary school are falling into that risk category.
Honestly, I believe our world is changing so quickly. We are in a state right now, as we've come through the pandemic, where the world is more uncertain than it's ever been before. That's not just something that's happening in our schools, it's happening in our homes.
It's why Cooper is relying heavily on the systems they already have in place to address mental health concerns. This year, the district partnered with Cincinnati Children's to bring on 17 therapists on site to work with students and staff. Along with the Hope Squad, there's even a tip line where anyone can send in their concerns about themselves or their peers.
It's going to take a community approach to continue to address the wellness of our community.
In Mason, Whitney Miller, WCPO 9 News.